There's never been a bigger name to adult collectors than LEGO and Pokemon. Biggest of the set with over 6,000 pieces and a whopping $650 is the original trio of Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. The set is nicely packaged per build. As you can see, there's 3 small boxes inside the bigger box with a Pokeball design. It is not labeled, but on the back it shows a typing of each Pokemon, so you kind of know who's in each box. Box 1 is for Venusaur, 2 is for Blastoise, and 3 for Charizard. Let's start with the first box, Venusaur. Here we have Venusaur's base. The base is really flat with some nice flowers in the front of it. And for circular areas that looks like tree stumps, where you place Venusaur on top. There's also 3 large flowers that you connect around the tree trunks to complete the look of the base. Now we have the main body of Venusaur, which is nicely shaped and solidly built using very complicated techniques, very effective in producing the shape of Venusaur. The front legs are a simple build and are attached using a simple ball joint. You can slightly move it left to right and up and down, but not much in movement. The hind legs has some nice angles to it and is also attached by ball joints. When attached to the body, it kind of just hangs in there, but I think they made it that way so that it's easily adjustable when you're positioning Venusaur on the base. Here we have Venusaur's head. Honestly, when I first saw the pictures, I wasn't really impressed by it. His head looks off. I still think they should have filled the spaces around his eyes, but overall, it's a good representation of what Venusaur looks like. And I do like that they never use any stickers for the set, all printed tiles for the nose and eyes of the 3 Pokemons. When attached to the body, Venusaur's head doesn't have much movement. Even his mouth doesn't move as much. Out of the 3 Pokemon builds, Venusaur is actually my favorite build because of the flower bloom in his back. I think Layer captured the essence of the flower bloom behind Venusaur's back, the leaves, the petals, even the vine whip. So the bloom attaches to the back of Venusaur through the hole. Next, you attach the vine whip. You can actually change the position of how it looks by twisting and turning the tubes. Otherwise, how they have it in their instructions look good. The vine whip actually makes Venusaur more dynamic. Next up would be the leaves on his back. It just attaches with a ball joint and falls flat. The petals have 2 different designs, and when placed together, it completes the look of Venusaur. Here we have the second base of the set, Blastoise's base. His base is a little elevated than Venusaur. This is probably my favorite base to build. I like how it represents the waves of the ocean. They use this clear blue windshield element that is attached in a specific way that when it falls down, it stays in that same spot, forming the shape of the waves. Here we have the body of Blastoise, closely resembling the build for the mighty Bowser. A lot of complicated techniques was used to achieve this build, but it's very effective in forming the shape of Blastoise, especially the back part of his shell. The shell is separated into 4 different parts. The right and the left part of the shell is made using Lego Technic, You just slide it right in and it perfectly fit, completing the shell build for Blastoise. Although there are some cracks in the shell where you can see the insides. From afar though, it doesn't look that bad. His cannons are repainted barrels with a ball joint at the end, so it has a lot of movement around it, so you can position it to where he is aiming his water gun. His legs and arms are pretty much a simple build, not much movement, just a little wiggle here and there. His head is actually the most perfectly captured build. It's perfectly molded and shaped and just looks like Blastoise from the series. Although like Venusaur, there's not much movement in his head and jaws. The last one is Charizard. His space is the tallest and also the most lackluster base of the three. It has nice sculpting techniques showing lava flowing out from the rocks and forming a puddle underneath. At the top of the base, there's a black Technic piece that's sticking out where you connect Charizard to the base. Charizard's wings are high quality. I like that they did not use plastic for it. It has this felt texture to it, and after attaching them to the frame, it looks nice and accurate to Charizard's wings. Charizard's build is probably the easiest of the three. Nothing really complicated, but it is also the most posable of all three builds. His arms can move up, down, left to right, also the legs. The wings, when attached, can move back and forth. And the tails are attached by ball joints. You can move them side to side and up and down. I really like how they build the tip of his tail to resemble a more full flame and not just a flat flame like the one in his mouth. His head is pretty easy, just attach it with clips. It is movable, his jaws are very movable, his head can move up and down, his horns can move back and forth, but it does not stay in place. I do think his head looks a little bigger than his body. The proportions are a little off for me, but otherwise it does resemble Charizard. Their bases can be displayed separately or as one. I do think that the bases look better when it's connected together. The other two bases just easily slides into Charizard's base and transforms it into one big base. And after attaching each Pokemon to their respective bases, the build is complete. This set is a really nostalgic build for me because these are the starters I grew up with. LEGO really knows who their target audience are because they know the only people that can afford a $650 set are from the Gen 1 generation. In saying that, does this set justify the $650 price tag? For me, as a big LEGO and Pokemon fan, I had to get this set, but after building it, experiencing the techniques used, and displaying the set, I think it's a little overpriced. This set though displays really well. All three starters together is a sight to behold, but this set has no playability or minifigures, and that's why I think this is a little too overpriced. The gift with purchase did help me stomach the price for the set, but for anyone in the future without any GWP, I think you should just wait for the discount. I give this set 4 stars out of 5. Even at this price, this set is massive. The building techniques used were fun and enjoyable, and the display ability is amazing. It really stands out from your collection. I'm really excited for what Pokemon will bring to the LEGO sets in the future. I do hope that they'll release more of the smaller figures like the Eevee set, but this is a solid start to the Pokemon theme. And I can't wait to see my favorite Pokemon in LEGO form. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.